Yep.
Okay, as I walk up to the bus, I make sure I look at the overall view, make sure it's not leaning. That might indicate a flat tire suspension problem. Any puddles on the engine indicate leaks. It is dry. I'll check the clearance lights, crossover, turn signal, headlights. The lenses should be secure, not crack damage, and they are proper pump. I like to open the hood and do the engine. Pop, pop. That's why they got it in the hood. Check the steering gearbox, connecting arms and rods, and cotter keys. Everything is secure. There's no missing nuts and bolts, and the box and hoses show no signs of cracks, damage, or leaks. Coolant level should be between add and full, and I'd only add if the engine was cool. Power steering fluid, I pulled that dipstick, I'd wipe it clean, reinsert, pull it back out, should be between add and full. Same with my oil. To check that level, I pulled that dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert, should be between add and full. My gear-driven power steering pump is secured, no missing nuts and bolts, no signs of any cracks, damage, or leaks. Look where the hoses go, right down, that's where it is. If you get lost, you can't find it, okay?
Okay.
My gear-driven power steering pump, you say it like that. Water pump mounted in front of the engine is secure, no missing nuts and bolts, and no signs of cracks, damage, or leaks. The alternator and water pump valve is not frayed, cracked, and no more than 3/4 inch of play. And I will check all hoses on each side of the engine. They should be clamped securely at both ends with no signs of cracks, damage, or leaks. I'd like to continue on the other side. You only got one thing left on the engine.
Man, that was quick. Man, that's good.
Alternator. Secured to the bracket, no missing nuts and bolts. Wires secured to the alternator, not burnt, frayed, or loose. I will check the front, back hangers, and U-bolts. They are properly secured to the frame, no missing nuts and bolts, no cracks or damage. Springs are not shifted, missing, cracked, or broken. The shock is secured top and bottom with no signs of what, ladies? Cracks, damage, or leaks. CDL. Brake line, secured at both ends, no signs of any what, ladies? Cracks, damage, or leaks. CDL. Brake pads are properly thick, and my rotors have a smooth, shiny surface, not cracked or damaged. I will check the inside as well as the outside walls for any bulges or cuts. What's the tread down? Count backwards. 4, 3, 2. No recaps are allowed. The valve stem, the cap should be secured. The valve stem is not what, ladies? Crack, damage, or leaking. And at that point, I'd use an air gauge to check the pressure. The rim is not cracked or damaged, not illegally welded. Lug nuts are present. No signs of being loose, such as rust or shiny threads. And my hub seal, secured, no missing nuts and bolts, and no signs of what, ladies? Cracks, damage, or leaks. Mud flap is not missing. It is properly secured. I will check the entire body for any body damage, missing or broken reflectors, lenses, or windows. Right there.
Okay.
The wheel door does open. The cap is secured, and no visible signs of leaks in my tank or the lines. I got 3 things underneath the body of the bus. I got my exhaust. It is clamped securely with no signs of leaks, such as carbon soot. The drive shaft, secured, no missing. This is your exhaust, this is your drive shaft. They almost look the same. The drive shaft is secured, no missing nuts and bolts, and nothing wrapped up in the U-joints. And the frame and cross members in shape of a ladder secured to the body. No missing nuts and bolts, no holes or rust. Life's good now, because all you got to do, if you did good up there, you just say you check everything the same. I will check the front, back hangers. The U-bolt is behind the tire. The springs and the shock is in the rear of the tire, same as the front. And you can ask the examiner, you want me to do it again? There's 2 responses. Hell no, keep going. They don't want to hear that no more than you want to say it. But if she says do it again, you've missed something up there. You can't say I'll check it the same if you haven't checked it already. You say I'll check the brake lines, pads, and rotors where visible, same as the front. Do you want me to do it again? And you say I'll check the tires the same. The only difference is I have dual tires. Make sure there's nothing between them. Tread depth is 2 30 seconds, and I am allowed recaps. Did I fail to mention I'm not on the front, just in case you didn't? I will check the rim and lug nuts the same as the front. The only difference in my wheel, I have an axle seal. It's the ass end of the bus, it's an axle seal. That helps you remember. Secure, no missing nuts and bolts, no signs of any cracks, damage, or leaks. Mud flap is not missing, it is properly secured.
What is that again?
Splash guard, mud flap, what do you call it? I call it a mud flap. Why? Some
I
people-
call it a mud flap, but everybody corrects me and says it's a splash guard.
Well, I think those ones are in the back of my trailer for the Class A. I call them splash guards. They're kind of big, you know what I mean? But I say mud flap. Look, you only got 3 things left and you're done with the outside. You only got 2 things back here. You got to break it up. You see that little cheat sheet I gave them?
Mhm.
You walk around the bus, the design. You only got 2 things back here. Again, you let them know. I'll check the clearance, crossover, tail lights, turn signals, make sure the lenses are secure, not crack damage, and they are proper color like I did the front. The exit door, no broken glass, it opens freely. Why do you care if it opens? Why do you check that? Because I'm a cop, fireman. You want to make sure I can help you. That's what it's for. You want to make sure it does open from the outside. I'm just trying to make you so you remember. And it does shut and makes a tight seal. You don't want to gap. I'm just trying to give you, don't tell the examiner that, but I'm trying to give you a reference so you remember, yeah, that's why I need to check it.
Okay. What about your
And then say
reflectors?
now-
What about the reflectors? You gotta mention the reflector stickers.
You can say reflective tape. I don't
Yeah, the
usually
reflector
do that
tape.
that much.
Okay.
Yeah, that reflective tape should not be missing. It just should be on the bus all the way around.
Got you.
Now, you say on this side, I would check everything I've checked on the passenger side already on the driver's side. Only item I have over here, you only have 2 things here, you only got 1 thing here, the stop sign. I will check them both. Secured and missing nuts and bolts. Wires are not frayed, loose, or melted. And the lenses are secure, not crack damage, and proper color. That's it. And I say, what I do is I tell my people, I don't know how Paul will tell you or whoever, I'm going to close the hood to the inside. Please note, as I'm walking around, I'll make sure the mirror brackets are secured to the bus, the mirrors are secured to the bracket, and they're not cracked or damaged. CDO, crack damage or leak. They don't leak, but everything's CDO, crack damage. So when you close the hood,
That's a good way to remember CDL.
secure the missing nuts and bolts, now CDO, crack damage or leaks. Secure the hood. Now remember, touch them. But remember, you already told them what you're doing. Don't do it without telling them because you don't get points for it. You're like a government worker. Look like you're doing something. Right? I didn't say county worker. I said government worker.
Right.
Won't need your stick anymore.
Right.
You got 4 things here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you don't miss it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be in such a hurry to get up them steps, alright? Passenger door. No broken glass. Opens and shuts freely, properly too. Handrail. Secure top and bottom.
What was
Step
that?
light. Handrail.
Okay.
Secure top and bottom. Step light, secure, not cracked or damaged, proper color. The floor, you can call it floor molding or floor covering, whatever's easier for you to say. It should be secured and evenly grooved. First you want it secured because you got people, you don't want them tripping out, and that's grooved so it holds water so they don't slip. I'm just explaining to you why you're checking them, right? Don't be in such a hurry, just walk up and say, I got 3 flares, 3 triangles, fully charged, says it right on there. ABC fire extinguisher is fully charged. It's in the green. Fully stocked first aid and body fluid kit, and I do not need fuses. I have circuit breakers. I make sure my seat is secured to the floor, and when I sit in it, I'm making sure my seat as well as my mirrors are adjusted for me. You can come in, I'll shut the door, you hear better. Once you said your seat and your mirrors are adjusted for me, you get 2 points for your mirrors. Remember I said to make sure they're secure, not crack damage. Now you say they are actually adjusted for you, just like your seat. Seat belt. It's not torn or frayed, and it fastens properly. Before I start the bus, I'll make sure my booster pump works, and it does. For a safe start, I'll turn the key once and wait for my lights to go on.
What's the booster pump? You just mentioned.
Booster pump.
Oh, the brake. Okay.
That's
You
the
just
backup pump.
Oh, you just step on it and see if it makes the
Yeah,
noise?
as soon as you hear
Okay.
that, you know it's working.
Okay.
Remember, for a safe start, turn the key once, wait for my lights to go off and start, okay? And then you tell them, I would look, listen, and feel for my heaters and my fans and defrosters, okay? Wiper arm, secure it to the bus, blade, secure it to the arm making contact. I want to see if they work, and while they're on, I want to see if I got washer fluid, and I do. Now that the windshield's cleaner, I look for any cracks or chips or illegal stickers that will obstruct my view. Amp meter, 0 to the right. Water temperature is about 170. I'm not overheating. The oil pressure is rising. Voltage is between 12 and 16, and I got plenty of fuel. I would do the right, left, hazard, and high beam indicator all work on the dash. I have no more than 2 inches of play in my steering wheel, and the horn works. Some people blow the horn, they forget where to go. What are the horns on the bus? You hear that horn? The reverse horn. When you blow the horns and my horn works, I like to do the transmission. I like to shift in reverse. I should hear a backup horn, I do. I want to do all the 4 gears one at a time to make sure everything shifts properly, and it does. While I'm in low gear, I want to make sure my parking brake's holding, and it is. Put it back in neutral and say I like to check for hydraulic leaks. I do that by pumping 3 times. Hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My pedal is holding firm. I have no hydraulic leaks. I have to do the rest of the bus. Gentlemen, you only got 3 things left now and you're done. You got the floor, seats, and exits. Again, the floor molding is secured, evenly grooved, like you did the steps. The seat frames are secured to the floor, and the top and back cushions are secured to the frames. Just picture it like you do your girlfriend, you see? Real lightly. I'm not going to do them all, but you're going to do them, all right? You do them all, all right? Remember how we checked the back door to make sure it opened from the outside? Now you want to make sure what?
Open from the inside,
That's an
yeah.
emergency exit. Also, the engine's running. If you're driving, you want to know if that door opens, you should hear a buzzer. So that's why you're looking. Make sure, again, I make sure the door opens and the buzzer works, and it does. I will check all of the window exits the same. They should open and the buzzer works, and they do. Same with my hatch. You might have to get up here, I know I do. I want to make sure it opens and the buzzer works. You gotta line that thing back in there. You're a pain in the butt, trust me. That's why I don't like fooling with these things. Okay? And I will check that hatch the same. The only thing you got left is your outside lights. And this is what I tell my people. All you got to do is come up here, turn the key off. That's all you should have left. You don't need the engine running when you're outside. Turn the key on and you hit the lamp check. You know that lamp check button that does all your lights?
Yeah.
Right there, it says lamp and it has a little check mark. And that'll do your lights. When you go out there, you say, they're working. Let them know that crossover, the red, yellow, blah, 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 they all work. Now, if the examiner looks at you and says, is there anything else you want to say? Is there anything else you want to say? You know what he's telling you? That you're very close, but you ain't got all the points. If you're that far, he's not going to help you. But if he's looking at you, go, are you sure you're done? Are you sure? Is there anytime you can say, did I say anything about water pump? No. Okay. Walk out there, pop the hood, but if you tell him, I'm done, oh, I'm done. You know, then, but that he's supposed to coach you. If you within just a few points, he'll say, is there anything else you want to say? You're sure you're done? Someone will tell you you're not done.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have to start over. That took about how long? You got a videotape?
Yeah, about 14 minutes.
14 minutes. You get 45. You could do my taxes and do this food trip. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I'm good. I do it. Actually, they know I own a business, a CDO with my nephew, and we sell DVDs at pre-trips and the skills and all that. And I was supposed to cut it again, and my nephew goes, you know, God damn it, will you slow down? Because the customer say, because I do it in my sleep. And I'm even explaining things. I'm not, you know what I mean, while I was doing it. So you see, I could do the outside the bus in 5 minutes. If you're talking, I don't know what you could be talking about if you're taking 35 to 45 minutes. You should take your time. I'm not saying that, but it's not that much. If you look at that, where's that cheat sheet? That cheat sheet, there's 2 things in the back and only 1 thing over here. Stop sign, lights, and the door.
I need one of those.